Hey guys, it's Quickie Baby. I'm playing in the SU-101. This was a replay that actually somehow slipped through my tank review, which I just released on this. So if you're interested in finding out more about this Tier 8, very mobile Russian tank destroyer, then definitely think about going and checking out my quick tank review. However, this replay is going to be a very textbook example of SU-101 gameplay that came straight out of the ideas that I put in the review. What I'm doing is I'm playing on Prokhorovka. This is a 53%er. We can see that the teams are pretty much even. On Prokhorovka, there's quite a few positions that you could go in the SU-101. However, I feel that going up on top of the hill and shooting down on the opponents will be my best bet. Other positions that you could take in this tank would be the west. However, I feel that the SU-101, as soon as it does get spotted, there's very few positions that it can really stop the enemy in on the west and fall back behind. So I decided to use my mobility, considering we have hardly any medium tanks or scout tanks that seem to want to get up onto the hill, to get into a forward location and start scouting. And that's one of my favorite things to do in the SU-101 is scouting. That's right, the Tier 8 tank that wants to be a scout. So I pull back thinking I got spotted, and right now I don't know if I've got Sixth Sense in this tank or not. And that's a big misplay. I wasn't actually spotted. I can't remember for the life of me all of the Sixth Sense that I have in the tank. And oh god, look, it did just pop. Oh, I must have had Sixth Sense. Well, that's a pretty big donkey play, isn't it? So immediately, that is a first misplay. Always try and know if you have Sixth Sense or not. But when you're playing in a tank that has less than 1,000 hit points at Tier 8, and its armor is, let's just say, not dependable, you really don't want to suck out that early. Anyway, I'm trying to sneak forwards. I decided this bush location probably isn't going to cut it, I think. Yep, there we go. So I move forwards into the next bush. And now I'm just praying, okay, please don't get spotted. Please don't get spotted. Yes, okay, binoculars set up. We can see what a difference binoculars make. We spot a whole extra host of tanks, and it allows my team to get firing down on the enemy. And here we go. SU-101, bush scouting. Almost like a light tank. Look how many targets we're lighting up for our team. I'm looking back thinking, okay team, we're going to get them, we're going to get them. So we've spotted, I think, 7 tanks down there. Maybe it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 7. I can't quite see on the minimap. But it doesn't look like our team is having much success. And that's because this position is very hard to shoot down from unless you have great gun depression. Really, you need tanks in this location down here to make that position effective. So what I decided is that I was getting out of there before I got proxy spotted or spotted from the IS-2 from the side. So I'm going to relocate into a different push location, and I'm trying to make use of the 2 degrees of gun depression on this tank to be able to still get shots down on my enemy. You're going to see just how frustrating that 2 degrees of gun depression is here. Fortunately for us, we managed to angle the back of our tank up. We put a lovely shot there into the 1948. We trace him and fire a second, and not sure if he hit him. We'll see when he reappears and how much health he's got. This is a bit of a donkey play, I think. I'm trying to sneak into the bush. I get spotted, and luckily, we bounce a very dangerous WZ-111 there. Or the 111. There's so many ones in that 111's name that I'm just going to call it the 111 from now on. But luckily for us, he was aiming up at us. He didn't quite catch my lower plate. If that shot had hit my lower plate, there's hardly any doubt that it would have indeed penetrated me. However, when you're firing up at an SU-101, upper plate is quite strong indeed. So I'm constantly relocating to try and get shots on the enemy. The enemy are putting pressure on us. And we're really on the back foot at the moment. And oh god, that Jagdtiger just got set on fire. 1,050, 100, 1,200. Oh god. That guy just lost 1,200 from one shot. Somebody just hit the jackpot. So that enemy IS, we managed to take him out. And there goes the Jagdtiger from an SU-152 shot. Great result for that SU-152. Well played to him. Now we're looking for shots on the E75. Check out this 2.1 second aim time, I believe. Right through the side there. Lovely. We're looking for another one. We fire another one. Not sure if it hit him or not. We'll have to remember, did we hit the 1948 twice? Did we hit the E75 twice? So the enemy team are really outperforming us. Look at this, all of our better players have died, unfortunately. So I decide, okay, those 2 tank destroyers are going to get spotted and absolutely slaughtered from there. So what my plan was is to go across to the west and hopefully spot for the guys on the hill. Now, when you're playing on Prokhorovka, if you indeed allow the enemies to get underneath your gun line here, when you have a team that's predominantly up on the hill, they have easy shots up onto the hill from down here. So you can never let your enemies get down here. And so what you're going to see me do is defend this position with my life, because I believe right now that our hill will survive. I mean, some of them are crippled, but I really felt like with 2 tier 9 tanks up there, a tier 8 medium, a tier 8 heavy and a tier 7 heavy, that they might be able to make the defense. And it's in my interest to stop the enemy from getting underneath this hill and spotting them. So a Black Prince has been spotted, not really the most dangerous tank. We're interested in the VK and the T25-2. We can see with our binoculars, we're able to see the VK at a very long range. We put one into him, and we reverse behind the bush, hoping that we're going to be able to shoot through the bush without being spotted. We put our second shot in. And oh gosh, we've been spotted now. That one goes in as well, and now I decide to load 1 heat round because I want to kill this guy. That dirty heat round right through the front plate, and we start loading AP again. We look for the Black Prince. One right through the track there. We bounce a shot. And now I decide, okay, I'd rather get up close and personal with these guys. So I fire one on the move. Hopefully he can keep the pressure off that SU-152 who's really struggling. I'm also worried about the fact that there is an E75 here. And what I really want to do is get down along this ridgeline to stop these guys from shooting at me. So I'm going to target the T25-2 first. Just check out the rate of fire on this tank. And this is what the SU-101 can do with its armor against lower tier targets. That Black Prince is failing to penetrate me. The T25-2 is failing to penetrate me. And we've got so much DPM. That T25-2 just got murdered. Now we're going to turn and go for the Black Prince. And this Black Prince, wow, he's having a really bad day. Unfortunate for him. But one right through his mid-plate there. Go for another side of his mid-plate. He fires one straight at our gun, which takes our gun out. And so right now, what I'm thinking is, hey, I can still do this. Oh wait, now it's 1 versus 5. Oh god, this is going to be awkward. There's a tier 8 light tank bombing it towards me. And there's an E75 who knows what position I'm in. So what I decide to do is make it look like I'm going over here. And then I stop, and I decide, alright, no point in running. Let's set up an ambush. So we don't get spotted. Now we do. We put a tracking shot into him, and instantly we start to try and make a move for the ram. Put another one into him, and oh no, we only rammed him for 148. We get jammed by the E75, and I don't have a repair kit. We wedge our tranks, we wedge our tracks slightly into the AMX to stop him from traversing around us. And oh god, oh this isn't good. Oh, this really isn't good. Ouch. Okay. Bit of a heartbreak moment there, really, in the SU-101. I was giving it my best. I tried to give it all for the team. But sometimes, maybe I just wasn't good enough, or maybe I wasn't aggressive enough, or maybe this was just a game that we were never meant to win. Still, considering I just did the tank review on this, I really wanted to give you guys some bonus footage, so to say. And also, this replay is a good example of some map awareness at the end, and just trying to go ham and just try and get as much from it as you can. Let's take a quick look at some post-game stats. So here's that defeat on Prokhorovka. It was a 2,313 experience defeat. Ouch. It was a mastery badge for the defeat, actually. So firstly, let's take a look at that E75. Did we do damage? No, we only did 315 to him that we saw. What about the 1948? No, in fact, we only hit the 1948 once. So no bonus damage there. Taking a look at the team score, we did nearly 3 times the damage of the next guy, QQQ. And we got more experience than nearly all of the enemy team, but full respect to this E75 who killed me at the end. Good game by you, Bone Pirate. You had a massive game there, 7,000 damage and 1,545 base experience in E75, which is very good indeed. Have to admit, I would probably rather be in the E75 than the SU-101 in this matchup, though. So, when we engaged those tier 7s at the end, we actually managed to pump up quite a lot of potential damage received. We took 15 hits, of which 6 penetrated, and we lost most of our health to that E75 at the end. We detected 8 enemies, not quite enough for scout, but we definitely did some good work, and we had 2,000 damage upon detecting. If we had had a more competent team, I think that damage upon detecting would have been a lot higher, considering we had like 7 enemies spotted for at least 1 minute. But I can't fault the enemy team's performance. They had a good game and we were simply outclassed. This replay was just to reiterate the SU-101 that you just saw in my quick tank review. Just do some post-game commentary on some map awareness and tactical positioning, especially on the Prokhorovka, to show that you can't win them all, but damn well go out swinging at the end of the game. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this replay. If you did, please consider rating it down below. And let me know what you think about the SU-101 and this replay, and do you think that the encounter game mode on Prokhorovka is balanced? Do you prefer to spawn south and have the hill, or do you think it's actually better to spawn north and just contest the hill and be able to spot it for your team, which are generally at longer ranges and hidden? Let me know what you think. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic, and hopefully I'll see you soon.